Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Darin Rosalizi and this is our video presentation for DSC651, the Nutritional Facts for McDonald's menu. So for the team members, there are 5 of us. We have Nurannisa Azlan, Nuranis Nabilah binti Karim Masarif, me Darin, Nurul Nadiah binti Abdul Rahman, Izzati Halim. In this video, we have 4 contents. The first one is introduction, problem statement, objective, and system dashboard. So for the introduction, food is a necessity in our daily life. In fact, it's one of the oldest lists of immediate human basic needs. Plus, a healthy diet is among the key in maintaining good health. This healthy food can be seen in terms of a content of a food. Plus, to keep up with the rush in 2021, everyone just loves to move faster and not wasting time on any methods, including the choice of food. Fast food is the best solution for it, but is it possible that we can find a healthy meal through fast foods? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurannisa Azlan and I will be presenting the problem statement. When we talk about fast food, people will keep on having second thoughts about calories intakes, whether such meal provide good nutrients or does it mainly contain fats and sodium which is bad for our health. By eating a poor quality diet, it will link to a high risk of health issues such as obesity, depression, digestive issues, heart disease, and also stroke. So to avoid taking an unhealthy diet, it is best if there is a dashboard system which can provide information on calories and nutrients in every meal in the fast food industry. In order to build a fast food restaurant dashboard, we are analyzing one of the famous fast food restaurants in the world, which is the US McDonald's menu, to gain insights on healthy menu to find which menu supply enough nutrition take in a day.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nurul Nadiah binti Abdul Rahman and I will present on the objective part. There are 3 objectives for this project. The first objective is to collect data of fast food nutrition. In order to achieve the first objective, we retrieve a McDonald's menu dataset that is available in Kaggle. This dataset contains of all of US McDonald's menu items, including breakfast, beef burgers, chicken and fish sandwiches, fries, salads, drinks, coffee and tea, milkshakes, and dessert. This dataset also contains of 24 attributes, including category, item, serving size, calories from fat, total fat, carbohydrate, cholesterol, sodium, dietary fiber, protein, sugars, vitamin A, vitamin C, iron, and calcium. The second objective is to develop a dashboard system that can analyze nutrition on fast food. In order to obtain the second objective, we use Power BI as the platform or tool to run our system. This is because Power BI allows us to create dashboards, graph, charts, and also provide interactive visualization. Power BI also has the ability to analyze and explore real-time data effectively since it includes advanced analytics features such as Quick Insight, AI Insight, and Analyze feature. Moreover, Power BI is able to perform predictive analytics that could help in decision making based on the data. The third objective is to abstract nutritional facts in fast food data. Data analysis in Power BI help to discover insights, trends, and patterns since it closely examines the data, extract meaningful values, and obtain necessary information. Data analysis also can produce findings in data storytelling. Data storytelling is very important since it helps to convey the meaning and make our audience understand better and also influence decision and drive change.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day. My name is Izzati Halim and I'm in charge of the dashboard. So without further ado, let's go straight to the dashboard. Okay, our dashboard name is Nutrition Facts for McDonald's menu. We got the dataset from Kaggle for nutritions in each of McDonald's menu. There are 9 categories of meal, 260 total of foods including drinks. And this is all the total calories, carbohydrates, sugars, fats for all the foods. This is the categories: beef and pork, beverages, breakfast, chicken and fish, coffee and tea, desserts, salads, smoothies and shakes, snacks and sides. This is the introduction to our dashboard. Okay, if we go down here, this is the fat, calories by item, this is by category, and this is relationship by item, relationship by category. Okay, if we click here, for example, beef and pork, which shows the total food in beef and pork, which is 15, the total calories for beef and pork, total carbohydrates for beef and pork, sugars, and also fat. And the graph is shown here for the beef and pork only. Okay, we choose the specific colors so that the viewers can understand what we are trying to deliver. Such as for this graph, we chose blue and red color. Blue is for the good value or good meal. Red is for unhealthy food. Okay. Yes, you can scroll. This is all the foods. Okay, and down here is my team members' name. Chef Nisa, Chef Anis, Chef Izzati, Chef Darin, and Chef Nadiah. So now we go to the next page. Okay, this is the next page. Total protein, cholesterol, vitamin, sodium, dietary fiber for all the foods. This is the categories by items, relationships by category, and also lastly is by item. So if we choose, for example, beverage, breakfast. So the color will change. So the darker the color means that the ingredients is the highest. Okay, this is the relationship category. And then this is all the menus. Okay, now I pass on to Nuranis Nabilah for the research questions. Thank you.
My name is Nuranis Nabilah and I will present the analysis and findings section. So for the first analysis is about the number of caloric content in each food category and also the food category that has the highest caloric content that are served by McDonald's. So in this analysis, we are using the stacker chart to represent the 9 food categories. So the 9 food category that involved in this graph is the beef and pork, chicken and fish, smoothies and shakes, beverages, salads, dessert, coffee and tea, and also breakfast. Based on the graph, we can see that the highest calorie content, the food category that has the highest calorie content is coffee and tea with a value of 26,970 calories. While for the breakfast category, it considered as the second, the food category with the second highest calorie content. And for the lowest, for the food category that has the lowest calorie content is dessert with the value of 1,555 calories. Usually, this plain coffee or tea, they contain almost no calories or may contain no calories at all. But according to 2 dietitians, which they have stated that a plain coffee or tea may consist a little bit amount of calories or no calories at all. But however, the additional ingredients that are added to the coffee or tea will contribute to the higher calorie content inside the coffee and tea. So we can conclude that according to the data that we have, which is McDonald's. Why McDonald's have coffee for the food category of coffee and tea? Why it considered as the highest calorie content? It is because McDonald's didn't serve a plain tea or coffee, but they added more ingredients inside it, which is like sugars, milks, and other parts of ingredients. So let's move on to the second analysis, which is the type of salad that are served by McDonald's that can meet the dietary fiber intake. So in this analysis, we are using the tree map chart to represent every salad item with the dietary fiber content. So based on the chart, we can see that there are different type of concentration of colors and the size of the box which we use to represent each item. So based on the chart, the more the concentrations of the color and also the bigger the size of the box represents the higher amount of dietary fiber. So based on that chart, we can see that there are two which can we say the highest the salad item that has the highest dietary fiber, which is the premium Southwest salad with crispy chicken and the premium Southwest salad with grilled chicken. So this value for both salad item, the value is 4, and we can also see the low concentration and the very small size of box represent for the 3 salad item which considered have less amount of dietary fiber, which are premium bacon ranch salad without chicken, premium bacon ranch salad with crispy chicken, and the last one is premium bacon ranch with grilled chicken. So these 3 items has the value of dietary fiber is 2. So according to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, the recommended intake for a fiber for male which are age 50 and younger than that, they usually the recommended intake is 38 grams, while for the 51 years old and or older, they need about 30 grams. For the female, which the age is 50 and or younger than that, they need about 25 grams. And the last one is for female with age 51 or older than that, they need about 21 grams. So based on these recommended intakes and also based on the data that we have visualized, McDonald's comes with different amount of fibers because it depends on how they serve their salad meal, which means that maybe their salad are adding chicken, maybe their salad adding no chicken or any additional ingredients. So we can conclude that the salad dish that considered can meet the daily fiber intake is the one is the salad that have the dietary fiber that is close to the standard intake, which is the premium Southwest salad with crispy chicken and the premium Southwest salad with the grilled chicken is considered the best salad meal that can meet the dietary fiber intake. So let's move on to the analysis and finding number 3, which is the comparison of the drink that falls in the beverage category that is served by McDonald's with its caloric intake. So for this analysis, the data are represented in a donut chart, and based on the chart, we can see there are 2 distinct colors, which is red and blue. So for the blue color represents the good item, which is considered as healthy item, while the red color represents the bad item, which is considered as unhealthy item. So according to the graph, we can see that the blue represent the Minute Maid apple juice box drinks because of its calorie content, because of its low calorie content, which is 80 calories, and the red one represents the Coca-Cola Classic for a large size because of its highest calorie content, which is 280 calories. So actually, according to the US Department of Agriculture, standard of intake for calories daily calories intake for women is about 2,000 to 2,400 calories, while for men it's about 2,400 calories to 3,000 calories per day. However, based on for go much further detail, which is from the US dietary guideline, United States dietary guideline itself, they have said that for a calorie content for calorie intake of a person should be less than about 10% from their daily calorie intake, which means for if it's 10% from the daily calorie, it means that for beverages we have 5% from it for the calorie intake, which give the results for the beverages calorie intake for a man is about 120 calorie, and for a woman it's about 100 calorie. So based on this explanation, we can see obviously McDonald's, Coca-Cola considered as a carbonated drink and also unhealthy drink because the calorie intake because of its calorie content is already exceed from the intake calorie that a person is supposed to take. This is because if a person take this carbonated drink which
have about 280 calories. By following the recommended intake, the person will consume less amount of food because of they have consumed a big amount of calories from the drink, not from the food. So if people choose the healthy drink, which is the Minute Maid apple juice drink, which contains only 80 calories, then a person have many choices for their food to eat. So let's move on to our fourth analysis, which is the food category that is considered lack of nutritional and also considered as unhealthy. So for this analysis, we are using the stack bar chart. As you can see, there are three different colors, which is the yellow, the blue, and also the orange color. So for the yellow color represents the cholesterol, while the blue color represents the total fat in a food category, and the orange color represents the total amount of sugars in a food category. So according to this, based on the graph, we can see that cholesterol for a food category that has the highest amount of cholesterol is breakfast category with the value of 6,420 grams. And this breakfast category also considered as the highest amount of total fat contained, while for the second category, the category food category that have the second highest amount of cholesterol is coffee and tea with the value of 2,590 grams, and dessert considered as the lowest cholesterol contained with the value of 105 grams. And for the highest amount, the second highest amount total of fat falls for categories with the value 762 grams. And for coffee and tea, it considers it has about a very high number of sugar. So what is cholesterol actually? Cholesterol is a non-essential nutrient that we need that are found in our body. So according to the American Heart Association, they stated that for daily intake, the cholesterol must not exceed 300 milligrams, which equivalent to 0.3 grams. So fats. What are fats? Fats are one of macronutrients that are needed for our body. Macronutrients basically the nutrients that are needed in our body, which we usually take in the large amount of in the large quantities. So what is the relationship between cholesterol and fat? So actually a fat can raise the LDL cholesterol. There are many types of fats. So some of the fats can increase the LDL cholesterol. LDL cholesterol is the bad cholesterol, while at the same time some of the fats can raise the HDL cholesterol, which is the good cholesterol. So sugars considered as a part of carbohydrate, which can be classified as simple sugar or double sugar. So according to American Heart Association also, the safe amount intake of sugar for men is about 37.5 grams, and for women about 25 grams a day. So it can be said that so what is the relationship of the sugars and cholesterol? So the relationship is high for the food that high amount of sugar, that has a high amount of sugar, also can increase the LDL cholesterol, and for compared to the food that has the lower amount of sugar, which can lower the HDL cholesterol also. So this give a meaning, which is the lower the sugar intake that you take will contribute to the lower of cholesterol intake also. So as for the conclusion, for the food category that are served by McDonald's that is considered unhealthy and also lack of nutritional is the coffee and tea category. It is because for a coffee and tea category, it provides a lot amount of sugars, which will definitely gonna raise and also contribute to the bad cholesterol. So let's move on to the fifth analysis and finding, which is the chicken serving with better nutrition that are served by the McDonald's. So for this analysis, we also use stack bar chart,
to represent our data. So in this chart, we have three nutrients that we are consider, which is the vitamin, dietary fiber, and also protein. So in this graph, it represents the nutrients in three different colors, which is the red represents the total vitamin inside an item for the chicken serving, while the dark blue represents the dietary fiber contained in the item, and the turquoise color represent the total protein contained in the chicken serving. So based on the graph, we can see that so what is vitamin? Vitamin considered as the micronutrient, which is we need the nutrient for our body, and we commonly take it in a small amount of it. So for vitamin, there are many various many types of vitamins which have many kinds of intake per day. But what I can say is the intake is starting from the 0.6 milligram to 0.05 grams. So that's for intake per day. And protein. So what is protein? Protein is one of the macronutrients that needed by our body. So we take in a large amount of it. So for dietary reference intake, for protein intake of a person, depending of their body weight, which is the intake is about 0.8 grams of kilogram of their body weight. So which means the heavier of a person gets, the higher the protein intake for them. So based on the graph, you can see that the chicken serving, which is premium McWrap chicken, sweet chili crispy chicken, have the highest value in vitamin, which contains about 72.82% of it are containing vitamin, while the chicken serving has the higher dietary fiber contained. Is the chicken McNugget for 4 pieces with the value of 8.33% of them contain the dietary fiber. And the last one is McChicken, is a food that is from chicken serving that has the highest protein, contain value about 82.35%. So what I can conclude in here, McChicken is considered as the best food chicken serving that provides better nutrition because it has a large number of proteins, less amount of dietary fiber, since we don't want dietary fiber in a very large amount because it can increase the cholesterol and other part of it. So McChicken considered the best food that can provide better nutrient because of its large number of proteins and less amount dietary fiber, and also the amount of vitamin in the food is small.